Have you been evaluating various different lead generation tools to see which one would be right for your business? If you're looking and you've been shopping around, I've actually got a guide for you. I've went through and gone through about 6 to 8 different lead generation platforms. These are the 4 that I consider to be the top tier, the best value, and offer the best data for your buck. Apollo.io, ZoomInfo, Lusha, and LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Starting with Apollo, it's great because it's a very low-cost platform. It's about $60 a month per user. So if you're just looking to try something out, it actually has a ton of features. You can evaluate which features you care about, which ones you don't. So if you're just starting out and you really want to test the waters of everything, I'd recommend Apollo first because you can kind of get to know each of the features that might be available in other platforms. The great thing about Apollo is that there's many features available out of the box. So there's a bunch of AI tools if you want to get crazy with that. There's sequencing, which allows you to automatically put customers on different communication and email journeys. The downside of Apollo is data can kind of be hit or miss. I went through, I looked up various different industries, and I found it to be about 75% accurate. The data was not always there for the contacts that I knew about, which makes me think that if I'm trying to gather as much data as possible, I'm probably going to be about 75% of the contacts that I'm looking for are going to be in Apollo. The other issue with that is there was information that was inaccurate. So if I'm shooting out cold emails and they get shot over to spam, the person doesn't want to see them, that actually impacts your email validity score. And that might lead to you getting blacklisted on other email servers. I'd recommend you try out Apollo if you're just trying to get your feet wet. You just want to see what's out there, see all the features available that you think you could potentially ever use. Apollo probably has them all. It's a great place to start to just get to know it. But like I said, there's those other issues out there, and I'll get into why I didn't select Apollo a little bit later. Second, I've got ZoomInfo. I went in and contacted their sales rep, did the free trial, tried it out. We got through negotiating and everything. It's a great, wonderful platform. Honestly, the data was phenomenal. The only downside of it was about $15,000 a year for our organization, which is just primarily me running the sales team right now. It has really excellent data. I went through and I looked up customers. I found people that I never found on the other platforms. So I would say it's probably close to 95 to 99% accurate with its data. They have excellent support. They told me they would actually perform the integration for me. So I use Zoho CRM internally. They would have connected ZoomInfo into Zoho CRM so that I could have continued on my lead journeys in my CRM. They also offered up individual live trainings so that I could figure out how ZoomInfo is going to fit specifically into my business. They offer you a huge amount of credits too. You're honestly never going to use them all if you're running a 1 to 5 person team, unless you're really, really pushing the volume heavy. I'd recommend ZoomInfo if you're selling high ticket items at a really high volume. So anything that's probably like 10,000 or above and you're pushing 10, 20 a day, new leads into your system, you might want to check out ZoomInfo. Next, I tested out Lusha, which is about $49 a user a month. It's fairly cheap compared to ZoomInfo, obviously, but it honestly was kind of the easiest to plug and play. It gives you a lot of the simple features. I found the data to be about 80% accurate, maybe 85% in some industries. So if it works and it kind of has a good amount of accuracy for your industry and you're only going to add about 50 leads a week, this would be a really, really great solution for you. The other benefit I saw was if you're using kind of more of a mainstream CRM, they have a direct and really simple to set up integration with most of those services. So with Zoho CRM, I literally just put in the fields I want to pull over. I click a button whenever I research a lead and it pops over to my CRM. If you're really just looking to farm leads, research them, pull them into your CRM and just kind of click a button to shoot the data over, I recommend Lusha. But if you're trying to do any of the additional features or functionalities like you saw in Apollo, you're trying to contact them, keep them going, and then once they're ready to talk about a deal, push them into the CRM, then you might be looking at Apollo versus Lusha. Finally, a lot of folks, and I personally have used LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's a great tool if you're pushing high ticket items. It's a great deal if you live in LinkedIn. you really got to use LinkedIn to make it worth it. So if you're living in there 70, 80% of your sales time, and you're really pushing out 10, 20, 30 messages a day to people who aren't in your contacts list, and you've generated content in LinkedIn, then it might be for you. But for me personally, it's $100 to $120 a month. That kind of changes. It was not immediately worth it to me. I don't want to spend so much time on LinkedIn. I find it to be better off when I go direct. So I personally did not go with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Hopefully this guide was helpful for you guys. I kind of recommend either Apollo or Lusha, or if you're really going high ticket, go for Zoom Info. Again, there's all these key points on which one might be the right for you. If you want help integrating any of these platforms into your CRM, let me know. I can help you out. Otherwise, I want to hear about other platforms that you guys have tried in the comments. Let me know what were the pros and cons in your mind, and we'll talk again. Hopefully, make me make another video. If you guys like this, let me know.